Hello and welcome to the final round here at GP Barcelona. We have 4 very big matches that are about to be played, and in the feature match area you see 2 tables are getting decked, so they're going to have to wait for a little while. So we're going to start on, I think this should be Federico Del Basso, but it might be Miguel Castro and now Aris Gau. It looks that way. We're going to make sure we have the names right. And as a left side player, starting off with an Attune with either on turn 1.
I think it's the classic.
Classic matchup.
4-color copycat against Mardu.
Yep.
What have the Japanese players and their black-red Eldrazi decks have done?
They fell off a little bit here over the last couple of rounds, unfortunately. Here we've seen some of them doing somewhat well. There was Shota Takao, who's he's the best placed player at XM3, so at 3 losses, and there was one Kazuma Matsumoto. I don't think he was playing black-red Eldrazi though, and Toru Inoue is also at that. So both of those black-red Eldrazi players at 3 losses. Unfortunately, we wanted to see them fight for the top 8, but we're gonna have to be happy with Miguel Castro against Aris Gau. Copycat against Mardu Ballista, and as you see, the namesake card already in play for Arnau, who started off on turn 2 Ballista and only adding in turn 3 Scrap Heap Scrounge. That makes me think not only didn't draw a 3rd land, he only do a Scrap Heap Scrounger, and he has double shock in hand. Look at that. Miguel Castro digging for some lands maybe for on the other side, already playing a 2nd Oath of Nissa here. He has the combo assembled in his hand. I see a Saheeli, I see a Feldar Guardian, but Arnau has 2 shocks in his hand to potentially get rid of that.
And a Ballista in play.
Yeah. All things that Miguel Castro will have will need to find a solution to before he tries to go off.
List of Chandra. Probably getting rid of the
Walking Ballista.
I think I would get rid of the Scrounger here. I think he has he has the Guardian in hand, and with an extra land he can just blink the Oath of Chandra to
again?
get rid of the...
Sure. Yeah, I quite like that play. Feldar Guardian works so nicely with the Oaths, making sure their triggered abilities go off again. He finds an Ether Hub, so but he also had a Mountain as an untapped source, so he can definitely Feldar Guardian, kill off the Walking Ballista if he so desires. So look at that. Arnau is already readying his 2 shocks in his hand.
Yeah.
And also
so
Harness Lightning.
according to plans.
Yeah.
Flame Tom Kavu.
Yeah, good old times. All right, so a ping for 1 to Miguel, who now also has the that Feldar Guardian as a blocker. Of course, he has to be wary of potentially land and unlicensed disintegration coming down. There's just a bunch of shocks.
Another Gideon.
Yeah, no 3rd land for that, and just has to pass the turn because he's running out of artifacts. No black mana either, so he can't even bring back the Scrounger. Not going well for Arnau Aris Gau here.
He's gonna go for Saheeli. Well, but he has a lot of stuff left. He has, I think he has a Sky Sovereign as well.
Yep, he's gonna go for the shock there. That's gonna kill the. It's gonna kill the Saheeli in response. But there.
He has another Saheeli in hand.
Yeah, there's this swing for 2. Yeah, he has quite a bit of backup there. Yeah, and he has the ping too.
Oath.
That's also something that I've noticed. It's like a legitimate late game plan with like Verla Virtuoso Thopters and like Oath of Chandras dealing damage. It piles up fairly quickly.
Yep.
Right, there's a final land for Arnau there. Just a Spider of Industry.
It's not a black mana here.
Yeah. Just an attack for 1 there. There is another shock left.
I think I would go for the boat here.
Sky Sovereign?
Yeah. Just make sure there's nothing on the Arnaud's side on the board. It just needs him to be tapped out. He will have to be tapped out at some point.
Yeah, he will have to play something.
Yeah. I don't think I would rush into the Saheeli here.
Yeah, there's no reason to really to just play the Sahili here and try to go off again. I mean, he does see that there's no black mana, so there's no fear of unlicensed disintegration, but he already saw one shock, so there's always the possibility of a second one looming, and yeah, he goes for the Sky Sovereign.
See, now that he knows that Arno is running shocks, is it another? No, it's not. That was not a Gideon. No, it's another Exemplar.
Yeah, just another Toolcraft Exemplar. And still leaving up that shock, protecting himself from the Sahili Rai combo with that Felidar Guardian, but I think we might see it now.
He can play...
Okay, so Rogue Refiner first.
Yeah, that's...
More energy.
That's a good plan.
Yeah,
I like that plan.
I mean, it crews the Sky Share and just swings in for a bunch of damage here while also killing the Toolcraft Exemplar on the way. That's a swing for 7 right here. Arnau is going to drop down to 8.
Yeah, he's going to die next turn.
Still a Harness Lightning in hand, still Sahili Rai in hand. Easy peasy.
Yeah.
For against a mana screwed opponent. Look at that, a sheepish look from Miguel Castro. He kind of knows this, like, yeah, well, it's easy to beat an opponent who doesn't have any lands there. As you see, there a couple of players already receiving their decks there after a deck check. So we're going to, it looks like, as you see, Rich Hagen moving slowly there. I think we're going to have a look at some of the other matches, and I think we can move to table 1 here because the players are looking like they start here. And yeah, Rich is just making his way around to that match, and it's a battle of Britain. Daniel Roberts against Matthew Pope. We haven't seen these two guys much at the top tables here, but they've made a run for it. Both players at 12 and 2, vying for the one last spot. And look at that, Woodby Raspuznod on turn 2, facing off against the Heart of Kiran. Another matchup we've seen quite a bit over the weekend. So Etherworks Marvel against Mardu. Let's see if Daniel Roberts is good at spinning the wheel early.
Yeah, we've talked about Focala Copycat and Mardu, but we haven't talked too much about Marvel.
Yeah.
We say, that's a Marvel. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's a Marvel.
And there's several types.
Yeah. And it's actually like a lot more Marvels than we expected, or that I expected at least.
Yeah. All right. We also got an update from the tables. Table 1 actually, Drew. Marcel Carvalho went against your better judgment, and he did go for the draw here.
Okay, well.
Assuring himself a spot in the top 8, but very likely just finishing somewhere between 6th and 8th there. So not the best, not really assuring a seed where we thought if he plays and loses, he would finish 8th. So there's not a big difference between 8th or 6th or 7th there in the top 8 seed. Just another forest from Daniel Roberts here as Matthew Pope. Now has a Scrounger and a Heart of Kiran.
Do we know about table 2?
I asked about table 2, and it looks like they might be playing.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, I got the information, confirmed that they are indeed playing.
Okay.
The result slip hasn't been handed in, so... again, there's a very big chance that the Petrus Sukurik, even with loss, could make it in as well. Well, his tiebreakers are pretty good.
Oh, that's why maybe he decided to...
maybe he wanted to play, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially maybe after seeing the ID on table 1 as well. All right, there's a turn 4 Marvel from Daniel Roberts. He has the energy for it, and he's just spinning the wheel right away there, trying to find something good. There's another Marvel, and Harness Lightning doesn't look that great. He didn't find an Ulamog. That would have been brutal on this board, getting rid of both Scroungers. He doesn't look amused there, Daniel Roberts.
Sometimes it doesn't work.
Yeah. I mean, it's only the top 6 card. He just goes for another Marvel here. He'll be able to generate 2 energy off of that. Because they're legendary, one of them dies, but they see each other, as we like to say, so they both trigger with their triggered ability. And looks, if he has some more energy generation, he can spin the wheel next turn. I think I saw a Harness Light and maybe a Servant of the Conduit as well. Interesting developments here in the top tables.
Yeah, I was checking the standings. So that puts Inigo Vallejo, who was at 1 loss and 1 draw with his bad tiebreakers, makes like if he loses, he's most likely not in.
It's possible.
That's the only thing. Yeah,
but also a lot hangs on a match between Louis Del Tour and Mark Tobias.
No, it doesn't matter.
No?
No, both of them have better tiebreakers.
Yeah, I mean, but the differences between
One of them is
Tobias.
gonna make it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. All right, there's a Kozilek's return from Daniel Roberts. It's a main deck card I wouldn't have expected. And it will get rid of the both Scroungers, but Walking Ballista sends a regard.
Buying a lot of time.
Yeah, indeed.
Well, 2 turns actually.
Yeah, he's actually playing 3 Kozilek's return in the main deck. Wow. And he's already up to 5 energy here after playing that Servant of the Conduit.
So now Scrounger's gonna come back, most likely. Oh, maybe not. He has 2 Gideons.
He has 2 Gideons.
So Gideon is going to...
Right, so Gideon first.
Crew the heart.
Yeah, he's going to get a Night Ally token as well, we assume.
Putting Daniel down to 3 and with a unlicensed disintegration.
Yeah, I mean, he has to
that
definitely...
might be good enough.
Yeah, he definitely needs to find an Ulamog so that he'll be able to kill that Heart of Kirin to get that artifact off of the board.
And the black mana. Oh no, he has 1 energy, so it's...
it's really
that
hard.
work? Or a puzzle knot. He needs a puzzle knot and a way to destroy the heart.
All right, so there's a Rogue Refiner.
That
doesn't really matter. He's going to go up to... no, there's no 7 on that die.
Still not.
It's a D6. All right.
So first step is to get Ulamog to deal with the black mana, the Concealed Courtyard, and the Heart of Kirin. He found it.
Okay, he's going to go for the Heart of Kirin and the Gideon.
That works too.
For now.
For now, yeah.
Unless until he finds another artifact. But we know he has the Scrounger in the graveyard.
So a land would work.
Yeah, just any untapped land would work to get the win for Matthew Pope there. We know he has Unlicensed Disintegration in his hand. While Ulamog is great at dealing with those 2 threats.
Oh, but then Daniel has a Kozilek's return in hand. So whenever the Scrounger comes back, if he tries to use the disintegration, he will kill it in response, and then the disintegration will not deal 3 damage.
Right. Look at that. Matthew Pope is like, I needed a 5th land to win right away.
Or a Thurban Inspector, would that work?
Yeah, Thurban Inspector would have been nice too.
Oh, the Thurban Inspector might be a now too next turn.
Yeah. He also has a Walking Ballista in his hand, so that...
He does?
Yeah, he does, yeah.
Yeah,
but
that doesn't help.
Yeah, not yet, but it's just those small bits of damage here and there. All right, so what's he going to start on? He's going to start with a Walking Ballista for 1, so leaving up 2 mana so they can bring back the Scrounger. And here's the passing of the turn. All right, so I don't think there was a...
Oh, that was just a...
Harness Light.
This one, okay.
All right, so that's going to sacrifice, put Daniel Roberts down 2 here.
Or Shock.
Shock, yeah.
Is he running Shocks?
He's not running
just a 1 Shock.
No, he's not playing any Shocks.
Push.
Yeah, he's playing the white-black version of Mardu vehicles. Mardu Ballista, rather, as we like to call the deck. After the win of Somewhere View 2 weeks ago, Mardu Ballista taking over the Mardu matches. Look at that, Daniel Roberts swinging with his Ulamog. Top 20 cards, please. We're both players are going to have a look. He's going to probably desperately looking for shocks there. It's like, do you run any shocks? No, there are none. But that gets exiled.
So just checking the Avacins and...
There's 2 Servant of the Conduit in Daniel's hand, as well as, I think, an Ulamog. Counting his cards. He still can survive an attack here there. He didn't block the Ulamog though, right? So he's going to drop down to 10.
So land still wins, right?
Yeah, I think so.
And actually, does he have a way to kill the Scrounger?
He doesn't. I think he just has Servant and Ulamog in his hand. So I think he's just dead. Yeah.
So then he's good.
If Matthew Pope goes for it here.
Yeah, well, he has to.
Yeah, Ethersphere Harvester.
Does he have any way to make energy? Does he have any way to... No?
I don't think so. I think he's just leaving up mana just to bluff because I think he only has Ulamog, maybe land and another servant. He might have. I don't quite see the third card in his hand, so there might be something.
Well, have to go for it.
We'll figure it out. So here's the unlicensed disintegration on one of the servants.
Oh,
he does have it. Oh, it was a Kuzlik return.
It was a return, yes.
Yeah, it was a return.
Yeah,
you were right.
That's what I saw. Yeah.
Yeah, right. I mean, he's going to lose his board though, but he's going to have lethal just with attacking with the Ulamog, right?
Yeah.
It's a 10/10. You don't just need to eat up the library.
So he still needed either land, untapped land, or a Threat Inspector. These were outs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought I had seen it.
I thought I had a good look at his hand, but the Kozlik's return, like with the special border and everything, just deceived me. And yeah, it was a Kozlik's return that he had in his hand, and now it's going to be enough. I think Matthew Poe just going to scoop them up here. Yeah, there we go. Daniel Roberts, one game away from getting into the top 8.
I like that.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's do it.
Yeah. The two British guys here vying for the top 8. That was a good game.
Yeah, that was a close one.
Yeah. All right. We're going to move to table 3 here in the feature match area. I think it's going to be, Miguel Castro against Aris Gau. Arnau, Aris Gau. That's a really a mouthful of a name there. I'm just going to call him Arnau. All right, there we go. So there, yeah, we saw Miguel Castro win game 1 fairly convincingly against a mana screwed Arnau. He was fighting hard again. No black mana for Arnau.
It's stuck with 2 unlicensed disintegration.
Yeah, not much you can do about that. There's already Feldar Guardian already in play. If Miguel Castro had a Sahili Rai here, he would have. He couldn't really go off because of the walking ballista, but he would have been pretty close to winning.
He has a harness lightning for the ballista.
Yeah, he can deal with the ballista, that's for sure. Yeah, I think he might even have 2 harness lightning. All right, so no black mana for now there, but he looks like he has Gideon. So he's going to tap out again. He had a bunch of shocks here because they can still represent having something. There's the Gideon.
Did he pass with 4 mana untapped?
Yeah, he did.
Turn? Yeah. Did he put a counter on the... No, did he just play the...
He just passed, I think.
No, he was tapped out last turn, right? Yeah.
It's likely. All right, so he's going to use the Servant of the Conduit to generate red.
Kill the ballista, yep.
Kill the ballista. I think he has 2 more harness lightning in his hand.
Arno is like, oh man, no, don't kill me.
I'm going to die to the combo, but we know that Miguel Castro doesn't have it. Yet. And at least he now gets to kill the Servant of the Conduit there. Miguel Castro just needs to find a Sahili Rai to win right on the spot here. He's going to go and he's going to kill the Night Ally token with the Harness Lightning. Just to diminish block. No, it was fine. I don't think it was a Sahili. Oh, it is a Sahili. Now he's just trying to figure out if he has Shock. He just drew it right off the bat and just quickly flicked it to the back. And is he going to go for it?
Yeah, of course. And Arno's like, oh, come on.
Do you have Shock, Arno, or Aris Gau? Or is this going to be it? Copy the cat. Flicker the Sahili. And there's the handshake. Miguel Castro makes it into the top 8. And look at that. Arno is completely crushed there after the amazing win last round. He just fails to make it at the last step. And Miguel Castro 9-0 day 1, 4-2 on day 2. And you can see how happy he is. I actually saw him in the previous round. He had to beat a teammate with an identical t-shirt the previous round.
That's the best. That's the best.
To get there.
The taste of your teammate's blood.
Right? And
that's
now oh, wow.
The tastiest.
Miguel Castro now getting that win, and now he's going to be qualified for Pro Tour Hour of Devastation in Kyoto. That must be very exciting. This is actually the first GP that qualifies for this particular Pro Tour. Yeah, so quite exciting.
Are the PTQs going today qualifying for that tournament for Kyoto?
Sorry?
Are the PTQs qualifying for Kyoto today?
The RPTQs now that were happening now we're still qualifying for the Nashville, but I'm not sure if this weekend's PTQ which qualifies. So okay, we went to table 2 where it's Johan Sevo against Aurelio Aloua. Again, more copycat against some ballista action.
Johan is a Frenchman from my hometown.
Oh, really? From so.
Yeah, when
Toulouse?
from not too far from Toulouse. Yeah,
Okay.
but he plays. We play the same pre-releases. So he's
Oh,
part
cool.
of the same group with Elliot, Alex,
Mm-hmm.
Alex Aber, Elliot Bousseau.
Yeah, and Samuel Villot.
No, Samuel is from somewhere else.
Okay, but he's friends
Yeah.
with this general group of players.
And we draft all together.
All right, so we'll take a look at this. Still looks like it's game one though, but we're gonna move soon to table one. But this might. Yuan is on two already, and
Yeah, he's
really needs Sahili here
not
to
looking
win.
Good, yeah. Well, we've seen one up the top, so
We could see two. Okay, there's another Gideon. Trade of Gideons, as we see, are now getting consoled by his friends around the feature match area.
yeah, they started a little later because they were deck checked.
Mm-hmm.
Is that Sahili Roy? Oh, that's good.
Almost, yeah.
That's
it's a
good.
Felidar Guardian.
That's a way to do it.
Yeah, I mean, he can blink the Oath of Nissa and to dig for the Sahili. It's only 2 mana untapped for Aurelio Aloua, so not even an unlicensed disintegration will be able to do it here. Look at that. It's like Johan's like, oh, I have to go for it here. He also has a Chandra, I think, but going for the Felidar Guardian is much safer. Blink the Oath of Nissa, find Sahili. Oh yes, there is a Sahili. Play it immediately and go for the kill. Boom! The Frenchman takes game one.
Sorry, I got excited there.
Of course you are. You're rooting for a Frenchman.
That's not very professional. I'm sorry about that.
It's all right. Don't worry.
I'm sorry.
I've done worse things. I'll be honest there.
No,
all right, so Yuan Sevo takes game one over Aurelio Aloua. We're going to move to table one here where Daniel Roberts and Matthew Poe already deep in game two here. Walking Ballista on turn 4, and he's going to take down the Servant of the Convoy because it looks like Daniel Roberts is just missing mana. He has the Woodweaver's Puzzle Knot, but it looks like he doesn't have a third land just yet. No. Draws a Natural Estate here, though. Natural Estate, rather, not the Natural Estate.
Natural State.
Yes.
Yeah,
I said estate.
Yeah, that's a nice estate.
Yeah.
A lot of trees.
I mean, I remember Overgrown Estate. That was a
Overgrown
card.
Estate, yeah,
that was a nice card.
Absent card.
Yeah. From way back in the day. Shout outs to the players who know the card.
Apocalypse.
It was like a better Zurenorb, and I love Zurenorb.
This sacrifice land gains 3 life.
Yeah, look at that.
Which has nothing to do with the game currently played.
And nothing at all. But there's a Gideon, and there's the Natural State taking care of the Heart of Kirin though. And but Daniel Roberts still on the receiving end, taking 3 from the Scrounger now, also facing Gideon's Knight Ally token.
Yeah,
Does he have a third land here? He found an Ether Hub, plenty of energy to spare. I think he can play a Rogue Refiner. Maybe he can find something better even. Does he have a way to deal with the Gideon? Because that's going to take huge chunks out of his life total. He's just going to go for the Rogue Refiner, dig for some more lands. All right, he's on 7 energy here. All right, he has a Kozilek's Return in hand that's not doing that much just yet. But if he has a land and Marvel, he does have Marvel. He might just need an untapped land to spin the wheel and go for the Ulamog again. He has to make sure that his life total is going to be high enough for him to survive.
So what do you do here? You +1 Gideon?
I would plus Gideon and just swing. Look at
land, Heart of Kirin, Gideon.
Yeah, like 4 cards. You would think like Matthew Pope is pretty well set, but like, his hand is not that great. There's a very quick chump log on that Gideon there, preventing the most amount of damage, just taking 5, going down to 7. And Daniel Roberts will need a land, and
Heart of Kirin.
Yeah, it's going to be a very overworked Ulamog there. If Daniel Roberts finds an untapped land to spin the Marvel.
Well, he can kill Gideon and Heart of Kirin.
Yeah, he can.
And then he stabilizes.
Oh, Lumbering Falls. That's tapped. And if he doesn't find a way to deal with this, he's. I think it might just be over. I think he has the Kozilek's Return, but.
Kozilek's Return is no, it doesn't
it's
work.
not, no, because there's still 9 damage on the board presented by the Gideon and the Heart of Kirin. So, Daniel Robert deep in thought about what he wants to do here.
When you're on that side of the table, you're just waiting for your opponent to do something. You cannot hope he doesn't have anything. You're like, come on, you can just play a little more to make it a little more interesting.
Yeah. All right, so just the lumbering falls and a pass.
Conflicting feelings when you're on that side of the table. Like you're gonna win, but just to give it a little more fight, just to make it last a little longer.
That would be nice. Yeah, I know.
You're happy when it's over, but you're also happy when it takes work to get there.
Yeah, when it's deserved. All right, so first minuses to Crew, the Heart of Kirin. Then he pluses. We could have shortcutted through that, but alas. The big swing. I think, Matthew Pope has it in the bag. He even just drew unlicensed desecration, which is just even more damage. Look at that. Swing, 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 and boom. Matthew Pope evens it up, and they're going to go to a deciding game 3 to see which Brit makes it into a top 8 there. And everybody shuffling though, so we won't get to see even more Magic until at least one of the other tables is ready. We've already seen Miguel Castro secure his spot in top 8. And let's recap quickly with the information we have now. Michal Lipinski was on 39 points going to the round, playing against Marcio Carvalho on 37. And our information was that they decided to intentionally draw on table 1, which should ensure Michal Lipinski's first place after the Swiss. Quite likely, but maybe first or second place at least. And we know that table 2 is probably playing, but they're out of the feature match area because we were thinking that table might be drawing. So that's Petr Sochur against Inigo Vallejo. That's table 2, both on 37. We believe the winner will be seeded 1 or 2. The loser might still make it in 8th place, but maybe also 9th, depending how tiebreakers shake up. There you see also our other match there. That's Johan Sevo against Aurelio Ballestero Aloua. And they're going to head into game 2 of their match. And at the back, Rich Hagen is watching. That's the match between Federico Del Basso and Paulo Pinto.
Which game was it with the? Oh no, he had the Kozilek return. That wasn't.
Yeah, he had the Kozilek return.
Because I thought but he has won. He won game 1. I remember, and then I remember the Kozilek return that he had it.
Yeah, that he had all the time. Yeah.
So for some reason, in my head, he was up 2-0. He was winning that game because he didn't have the Kozilek return.
All right. So there's a tune with Ether from Johan Sevo. Finding land, getting some energy, and let's see if Aurelio Aloua can have a turn to play. All right, we get some information from our feature match area. Is Federico Del Basso. I would almost call him a GP veteran at this point. He just keeps racking them up, keeps showing up. He won his match against Paulo Pinto, so he's locking it up into the top 8 here. So Miguel Castro, Federico Del Basso so far confirmed, alongside Michal Lipinski and Marcio Carvalho. There's Johan Sevo playing an Oath of Nissa, finding a Botanical Sanctum. As Aurelio Aloua has played a turn to Heart of Kirin. See if there's anything else coming up there. Johan Sevo's mana looks pretty good. He also has Mountain. I see a Feldar Garden. There's a Walking Ballista too. He's having set pretty good, but it all depends on what Aurelio Aloua doesn't know. Third land for Aurelio. Nothing to do here. He just has the Heart of Kirin. I see Obnixil is in his hand. I think he has an unlicensed disintegration, but no third land. And now let's see if Johan Sevo can actually punish him for this. No, just passes again. We know he has a Feldar Guardian, then he'll probably use for some value.
That's not land. That's a Walking Ballista.
Yeah, at least he can play that, but he also drew an Oath of Chandra. Again, not a spectacular card in this spot.
Another land.
More lands, but Johan Sevo now Feldar Guardian, blinks Oath of Nissa, digging for Sahili.
Oh, and Sahili's here, so
found the Sahili right away. Bottoms 2 other cards. He can't go for the combo just yet because of the Walking Ballista, but still, his deck should have plentiful answers for that annoying artifact. Still no land? No, still no land for Aurelio. I think he just drew a Thalia, Heretic Cathar. He just can't find a third land here. This might be a very bitter end for the Spanish player, and the Frenchman seems like he's just one removal spell away from winning.
That would be his first Pro Tour.
Wow.
Yeah.
He will probably would join a testing team with you.
The team is starting to be big now.
Oh, okay.
Because another one of the Toulouse player won the RPTQ last weekend.
Oh, nice.
So it's gonna be like the drafting house is gonna be pretty busy.
Yeah, awesome. Right, so walking ballista. What is he thinking here?
Yeah, you don't want to lose this guy.
No. He just, I think Aurelio just wants to keep it in play for as long as possible. He's attacking.
Oh wow, yeah.
That's a complete bluff.
Insta block. No,
Unless he has a fatal push.
No, he has the Oath of Chandra.
Sure, so he can finish it off. Okay.
But that's okay. He has another Guardian.
All right.
Johan is more than happy to see that.
Yeah, I think he's fine with this. All right.
Yeah.
I forgot about the Oath of Chandra there. Tapping out again.
Virtuoso. No, it's just gonna be a walk in the park.
Yeah, just Felidar Guardian, blink the Oath of Nissa, get some more value, play a tapped land as well.
Yeah, play Felidar Guardian like, okay, dude.
No, okay.
Okay. What?
Oh, no. He just... Okay, he's probably a little bit nervous.
Yeah.
He's probably mistaken the card art there, so he's going to go for the... he's going to go and call a judge.
Yeah, that's okay. Like, he can call that. I think...
Yeah, you should call the judge anyway.
But that's still fine, because he hasn't even paid the cost.
Yeah, exactly.
So he can...
Yeah, he just said, he's basically just trying to say, like, he's probably really nervous. You can see his hands were shaking a little bit there. He's just saying, like, yo, I just wanted to play a one colorless blue and red card, and I just mistook the art. So he just played Saheeli first, where he wanted to play a role of Virtuoso. So now the judge is trying to find out, like, okay, what did it look like?
Yeah. It looked pretty clear to me that he realized early enough that it was not the card he wanted to play.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, actually, it should be the other one.
Yeah.
Felidar Guardian would be better.
Yeah, they're both just explaining their spot here, trying to make sure that it's clear what has happened. But because you also played the Saheeli right, and then like looked at it again, and then realized, oh, I wanted to play a Verla Virtuoso. Yeah, because playing Saheeli right here could actually be very problematic if Aurelio finds like a Scrabby Scrounger, attacks the Saheeli down immediately.
Yeah, that would be pretty bad.
Yeah, and Aurelio is just asking the judge about like, okay, what does this mean? What are we doing here? And the judge is explaining the situation. He's trying to ascertain like if actually Johan let go of the card, if he waited for an acknowledgement from his opponent that yes, if the card does resolve, or if it was quick enough that he could still bring it back. If he didn't let go of the card, that's frequently happened. It's happened to me and my opponents over the years of GPs and so on. Sometimes it's just a small mistake.
Sometimes you realize too late. Yeah, that happened to me once, not too long ago at a pro tour. That was pretty sad. Yeah, I played a card, paid for it, said go, and realized I played the wrong card. Like, ouch. That was the same cause. Like that's not great.
All right, that game still looks like very much in Johan Sevo's court there. So we're going to move back to the decider between Daniel Roberts and Matthew Pope there. Oh, wow, and we've been holding off on this one because there were a lot of mulligans happening. Daniel Roberts mulligan to 6 on the play. Matthew Pope mulligan down to 5. But nothing that a Mardu Ballista that cannot overcome. If you get the good curve, turn 1 Inspector, turn 2 Scrounger, certainly not bad. All right, does Daniel Roberts have a third land here? It doesn't seem that way. I think I see a green puzzle knot. I assume he just drew this turn. Leave some life. Let's see if Matthew Pope can punish him for it.
Fatal push. Fatal push. No, that's
not great. There's a shock as well. I think I saw Walking Ballista too. So
you say Matthew's sin is not great.
Yeah, it's average, I would say.
Well, I would say pretty bad, but like against Marvel, it is pretty bad. I think I would hold on to the clue for another turn, just in case Daniel plays a Virtuoso or a Rogue Refiner, so he can kill it with a never mind, a Fatal Push.
Yeah, potentially.
No, he cracked it right away.
Yeah, he's just digging. All right, there's a swing in for 4.
Now he found a 1-drop, which is the only. He could have found an Inspector or an Exemplar. Sure. But that was the only good reason to do it during his turn.
Still no third land for Daniel Roberts, so Matthew Pope might just run away with this. He found a Toolcraft Exemplar, so he's finding the pressure. Daniel Roberts might just be sitting on some Kozilek's return that he would have loved to play for a while.
He can wait.
Yeah.
It's not dead. If Matthew commits more, it's only 5 damage.
Yeah. There we go, and so he's going to play Is he going to commit something? No, just cracked the clue, swung in for 5. Looks like he's not going to expend more to go. Oh, he is. He's going to play the two crab example. If Daniel Roberts has the coast like turn, draws the land here, this could be problematic. Oh, found lumbering falls again. These tapped lands, man.
We don't even know if he has the Kozilek's return.
Yeah, we don't, but I just assume. I just want to assume. You know, it would make for an interesting game there.
So now it's 8 damage.
Yeah, it's gonna hurt.
So
here.
even if he does have the Kozilek's return, it's still gonna be a lot of damage. And he's gonna recover on very low life.
And it's always problematic with unlicensed disintegrations, Heart of Kirin's, and Scroungers coming back.
Yeah, Scroungers coming back, that's a problem.
Shock as well goes to the face.
Yeah. So attacking for 8. He's on 5. I think... would you play the Ballista for 2 here?
It's potentially, like, he has the unlicensed disintegration in hand.
He doesn't have red.
He doesn't have red yet.
Or do you keep the... Yeah, I think I played the Ballista here.
I could also see...
Yeah, I don't know.
It's hard. It's very hard.
Or just for 1? You played for 1?
I don't think there's a big difference between playing it for 1 or 2 here.
Yeah, there's a big difference.
Think so?
Yeah. Because he can bring back the Scrounger.
Yeah, but that implies that Daniel Roberts is going to do something on his turn. But yeah, okay, he's going to play for 1. Leave a mana for the Scrounger just in case it dies. Let's see what happens here. Does he have? He hasn't seen any cards in his hand. It's just off camera. He's keeping his cards close to his chest. Okay, I think I saw Roller Virtuoso. Okay, looks like he's going for red here. Okay, so Virtuoso, and I think this is not enough.
Yeah, he's dead. Yeah,
I think so. Yeah.
So an end of turn, this turn, yeah, that's why he was doing it for 1. Now he can play fatal push. Yeah,
he's doing this in response to the Roller Virtuoso trigger.
Wow.
That's it. Matthew Pope on Mardu Ballista makes it in top 8. I wanted to see an exciting deck in the top 8 in Teamer Marvel because that can bring some big plays. But Matthew Pope finds the line, goes for the Ballista ping, and kills the Roller Virtuoso in response to the trigger. So, and with only 1 Thopter to defend himself, Matthew Pope could run over his opponent there. So there's one Brit there in our top 8, joining Miguel Castro, Federico Del Basso, Michal Lipinski, and Marcio Carvalho in the top 8. Yes, Marcio Carvalho, the #1 ranked player in the world, who just came off of a top 4 result at the Magic Online Championship Series. He's just hungry for more wins. That guy doesn't stop.
Talk about some streak, huh? Some hot streak.
He's definitely on fire. And geez. All right, so when we left table, one of our tables there, where we were watching the match between Joan Savot and Aurelio Aloua Ballestero, there was actually a judge call where Joan played a Saheeli Rai.
Yeah, there was a little misunderstanding.
Yeah, he played Saheeli Rai, and then he took it back. And there was actually a head judge appeal, and actually we're going to get Rich here into the booth to explain what was going on here.
Hi, so that's Daniel Roberts against Matthew Pope. We're heading for the middle table. And there's a situation there where when you left us, I think you watched a little bit of it, and then we had a call. Basically, the French player, Johan, tapped 3 mana, including blue and red, and with his 3 mana, cast Saheeli Rai. Within 2 or 3 seconds, he realized that he had taken the wrong 1 blue-red spell out of his hand and went, oh, no, sorry, not my plan. Here's Whirl of Virtuoso. At which point his opponent says, yeah, but the thing is you kind of moved on with the game. You went 3, Saheeli Rai, you started to tap some other mana. What was the conversation? So at that point, they have some language issues between each other, and then the initial thing after this was explained. They started talking about whether Saheeli had been let go, the whole I'm still holding the card when I take it back. And so they dealt with that because there was a gap between Saheeli and then, no, I take it back, that's not right. Here's Vuelo Virtuoso. And the Spanish player, for clarity, asked for a Spanish-speaking judge, which is absolutely what you should do if you're not quite sure what's going on linguistically. Ask for someone to speak in your native language. So that has been going on. They are currently resolving whether or not the Sahili has to stand, or whether no, that wasn't what I was doing. It wasn't a strategic change, was from Johan's point of view. He simply said, I took the wrong 1 blue and red card out of my hand. So that is what is currently being resolved on the second table. So as soon as that gets resolved, we can get you back into live magic. As we see more people heading for the top 8. Matthew Pope will be in at the top 8 for sure. Matej, and some pretty good names heading up towards the top of the leaderboard. So I'll go back to the match and find out what's going on.
All right, thank you very much.
We'll speak to you soon.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks for the update. So now we know what is happening there, and hopefully that gets resolved very soon there, as we see these two players heading off the feature match area. There you see, there we see our head judge, Alfonso, dealing with the situation. He's also a Spanish speaker, so he's also explained the situation, I assume in Spanish there. And yeah, we'll see. I really didn't pay that much attention for me to say that it was really fast or it was really slow. It didn't seem like he let go of the card, but we'll find out. As you see, Rich is already there, so he's going to update us on the situation. We're also very eagerly awaiting an answer from a result from table 2 or 7, because that's also important for us. Oh, we just got an update. Louis Del Tour couldn't finish his winning streak.
Oh, no.
Louis Del Tour loses on table 7 to Mark Tobias. Mark Tobias already had 2 losses and a draw. And we have... Okay, so we have decided, it looks like Vuelo Virtuoso is the card that entered the battlefield there. And he
found a 3-power creature. So
yeah, it's super relevant that it actually is Vuelo Virtuoso and not a Sahili Rai. If that had been a Sahili Rai, then Aurelio Aloua would have already been able to attack and take her down. But no, it's
now
Virtuoso.
Johan has to get back in his seat and just calm down and focus.
Yeah, by the way, this win from Louis Del Tour could mean that table 2 could decide to draw in the end. It would assure both of them in top 8, but I think...
Table 2 is all the way over there.
Yeah, we can't find out,
They don't know.
And ultimately, if Petr Sukurek loses, he might still have better tiebreakers than Mark Tobias. He should, at least, so... I think we'll see the Platinum Pro in the top 8 here, no matter the result. All right, as we see on Savo, is playing Feldar Guardian, blinks the land and goes for the Sahili, and he takes it down after the lengthy judge call. He goes for the win and is into the top 8. So the Toulouse man joining a lot of good players in the top 8 already. Bitter end here for Aurelio Aloua, but yeah, small mistake, nervousness. Got the right judge call in the end and managed to win. And and that's it. As you can see, that's almost all of that from the feature match area. And Aurelio just saying is like, oh, look at that handshake. Oh, okay, there's the handshake. Whew. I was scared for a moment that he wouldn't get to see one, bitterness and some salt.
I mean, that's a mistake. That's not actually even a mistake. That's just something that happens.
Yeah. It's just something that can, you mix up 2 cards right next to each other. You're about to play one. You're sure it's that one. And just mix them up, especially if they have the same mana cost. All right, and so since we have closed this out, we're only missing a result from table 2, but we believe we have most of our top 8 decided. We believe that we're going to see Michał Lipinski, Marcio Carvalho, Federico Del Basso, Miguel Castro, Matthew Pope, Johan Savo, and very likely Petr Sukurek and Inigo Vallejo, depending on the results of their match. Mark Tobias potentially could also make it in if tiebreakers swing a lot, but it's very likely that he'll finish in maybe 9th place. But again, as I said, it depends on the results of the other matches. Mark Tobias still might squeak in. So as we finish off this round and as we find out the final results and prepare the top 8, that's it from the Swiss from round 15. So for me, Matej Bigzalka, and you, Raf Levy, we're going to see you in the top 8 very shortly.
Yep.